Hopefully it's not too loud outside, but I wanted to do an update on the two alternators in the Grand Marquis. So these are 95s. So I think this is causing that to be just a little too forward. So you do get dust buildup over time, though the belt physically feels okay, looks okay. Not a lot of wear or anything. But eventually I will replace this before I go on a long road trip, just due to the wear and such. Everything seems to be running fine with that. I did have to run a different wire to turn on a signal wire, which is this right here. Gosh, it's a little dusty. But that's what activates them, and then they start charging. This is the original wiring harness right here. I finally figured out the battery light situation. I've got some PIDs over here to help explain everything. But most of this update right here is just trying to create it for this wiring you want to do. If you want to get off your battery light. This is the wire. Let's see. Good description. So that bigger yellow one is the wire that's coming out of your battery box feeding 12 constant. And the two wires I've got connected are coming from your PCM, essentially right here. And then one goes to the alternator with the 10 volts. That's this yellow one right here. I believe normally you're supposed to have 12 volts. I'm only getting 10, which wasn't enough to turn both of these on, which led to the installation of the extra wire. If you are getting 12 out of this from your PCM, I don't believe this will work, but since I'm getting 10, I'm able to backfeed it back into the PCM. So I'm getting 10 volts out of the PCM. It's going through this alternator, which is just a splice, and it's coming back out to close the switch. This then turns off the light. It also says here, you want about... It tells it's going to be less than 12 volts, but roughly about 6. We're doing more than 6, but it's working, fortunately. So now you've got the switch turned off here. I pulled the fuse from this one, so this is now a dead wire, just in case anything happens. I'm going to clean this up, of course, but let's go over here. Here's your PIDs. Here's your battery light on with the ignition off, just to show I haven't pulled the light or anything. Vehicle on. Charging like normal. It's getting a little slow just because I've left the ignition on for such a long time. But no battery light. I still gotta clean up the tape. But we finally figured it out. Now we're getting back up to that 13.3. I like these SMD meters. They've been really fast, but I don't like the 0.3 increments they get between. It'll be at 14.9s or say 15.2, and it's really at 14.8, 14.9. It just kind of fluctuates around there. So it's not perfectly accurate, but it is good enough. But here you can see no check engine light, no battery light. Now, unfortunately, your PIDs for the PCM are kind of going to go batshit crazy. Normally, they do kind of go batshit crazy on a working vehicle, but it's a little much. There's no problem with it, though. I haven't set any excessive codes. I haven't checked for any new codes in my past couple minutes, but since I've started, there's been no check engine lights or anything. Still trying to tell it wants 14 volts coming out of the car, so it's going to try and continue to put that 10 volts out. Still not sure why it's only 10 volts, but, here we are. Everything's working on that end, and now I've just got to clean that up. Hope you guys have fun.